Okay, now we can get into our advanced features, our advanced timeline features. And basically the reason why we call them timeline features is because once you add one of these options into your video, they do get added into this timeline down here. And then once they're there, you can actually move them and manipulate them to put them exactly where you want them to go in your video. And I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. So the first thing we're going to look at is the overlay option. So what is an overlay? An overlay is typically text that you want to show on your video, and that text can be clickable to redirect the visitor to another page. It can also be an image, any image you want. Again, that can be clickable as well. And let me just show you how that's going to work. So basically you just click on this overlay feature here, and it's going to come up with a little editor here. Now if you've used WordPress, it's pretty similar to the WordPress editor. And let's say for example we want to put a text link in here. What you would do is just type in something here, and then if you want that text to be clickable, you would just highlight it, click this little link up here, and then you add the URL here, and then click OK. Now there's also some options down here. Obviously first is the start time. This is when the overlay is going to start to show. Now it automatically put it to 1 second because that's where we were in the video on the preview. So you can adjust this if you'd like. Let's say you want it to start at the 5-second mark. And then next is the duration. If I wanted to show during the rest of the video, you would just check this off. Otherwise you would just set how long you want the show. Let's say we want this to show for 5 seconds. And then we want the position. Let's have it show in the bottom center. And we'll click update and let's see how this looks. Now as you can see, it did add that to the timeline right here, and you can double click on that if you want to edit it. Let's go ahead and close that back out. And you can also move it around if you want it to start at a different time. You can also extend it if you want it to last longer. So let's say we want it to start from the 5-second point to the 15-second point. We can just drag that like that. Now let's just move this over here.
Growing an abundant garden and raising.
Mute that and we'll see how that looks. And there you can see the text. It's right down here. It's still small. So as you can see, it's probably a little too small for visitors to see. So what you would do is, let's pause this. Let's double click and let's make that font bigger. Oops, let's go to size. And let's go and make that, let's say 18. Okay, and we'll click update. And if we go back,
Backyard chickens. All of her hard work puts the freshest food on
this, and you can see that text overlay here. And again, that is clickable. Let's go ahead and click that, and you get redirected to Google there. Okay, let's pause the video. Now another nice feature of this overlay, or actually any timeline feature here, is that if you want to say add the overlay or some other option at a certain point in the video, let's say right now we're at the 17-second mark and I want to add an overlay here. Once you click on overlay, it will automatically start you at the 17-second mark. Now to add an image, it's pretty similar to that, and it's pretty easy. Just go ahead and click on this image option here. And it's going to ask you for the URL of the image. Now I do have an image here ready. Let me fetch that for you. We'll grab the URL here, copy that, go back to vooPlayer, we'll paste that in here, and then you can see it got added here. It's already going to put in the width and height here. Let's go ahead and click OK. And now let's say we want that to redirect to a sales page. We just click on the image, click on this little link option, and then just add the URL here, click OK. And we'll go ahead and click up to, actually wait, before we do that we got to add the duration. Let's have that stay for let's say 10 seconds. Okay, so we're starting at 17, we're doing 10-second duration. It's going to be on the bottom center. We'll click update, and you can see that added to the timeline again down here. Let's go ahead and check out how that looks.
Gobble her vegetable gardens.
Mute that. There you can see the button. Obviously you'd want to use something with a transparent background. Actually, right? But if you click on this, it'll be redirected to the URL you specified, and there it disappeared because of the duration. The next option is the opt-in box. Let's go ahead and click on that. Now this will add an opt-in form to your video. And obviously an opt-in form will be to catch your subscribers' email addresses so you can build your subscriber list. So right now it's set to custom HTML. So if you do have some type of custom system that you're using, for example Interspire, we do use Interspire as well as Aweber, you would put your HTML code in here. I know a lot of people use Aweber or GetResponse, so I'm going to go ahead and choose Aweber here because we do have an Aweber account that we use. And once you choose Aweber, you're going to notice here the lists got pre-populated here. Now, when you set up your vooPlayer account, you can integrate automatically with Aweber or GetResponse so that your lists are pre-populated. Since it's already done on this account, I'm just going to switch over to another account here. First, you would click on Account Settings here, and then you go to Integrations, and then just choose Aweber. And then once you choose Aweber, you just click on Authorize App, and this window is going to pop up. And you just put in your username and password and then allow access. Once you do that, vooPlayer will pre-populate all of your lists. So let's go back to the other page. And you simply choose the list that you want to use, with the list that you want to add subscribers to. Full direct URL, this will be where the user is redirected after they subscribe. You can leave that blank if you don't want them to be redirected anywhere. The next field is the header title text. This will show at the top of the form. And then below that is the description. And then below that is an option to allow viewers to skip it or not. So I'm going to leave that unchecked. I'm going to leave the transparency at 50%, and then we have our start time and duration similar to the overlay. We're already at the 31-second mark, so it pre-populated 31 seconds. I'm going to have the duration for this set to 10 seconds, and we'll click Update. Now, as you can see, that was added to our timeline again, and this little picture right here denotes that it is an opt-in box. Obviously, this one here means it's an overlay. Let's go ahead and show you how that looks.
But in fact, Jane
Select this, and there you can see the opt-in box that shows. So I would just enter my name here, my email address here, and click Go, and it would subscribe me to that list. Obviously, here is the text that, let's go back. Here's the text that we put in here for the title and the description. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to pause the video now. Our next option here is the opt-in lock. Now this is a very, very powerful feature that helps you get a lot more subscribers to your list. So let's go ahead and click that and I'll show you how that works. And this is pretty similar. So basically what this is going to do is it is going to lock the video and the visitor will have to subscribe in order to continue watching. We're already integrated with Aweber as I explained before, so you would choose your list here and then you would just select your timer options. So right now it's set to start at show at the start of the video. I'm going to change that to at a specific time. And once I did that, it automatically went to the 46-second mark because that's where we are in the video. I'm going to go ahead and click Update. Okay, let's show you how that looks.
From night predators.
Going to mute that. Oh, so it already locked. Okay, so because we're at the 46-second mark. So as you can see here, it's going to ask for the email, and then you have to put your email address here, and then click play to continue watching the video. This is great to put in the beginning of videos. It's also, I think a lot of people, and we also use it this way, we let some of the video show, and right before there's some type of payoff or something exciting happens or some really great information is going to be revealed, we will put the lock right before that. So that is a very powerful tool, obviously. Okay, I'm just going to remove this because it might kind of interfere with us working with the rest of the video, so I'm just going to delete this here. Okay. Now our final timeline feature here is the social lock. Pretty similar to the opt-in lock. This will lock the video and force your viewer to share the video on a social media platform in order to continue watching. Again, a very powerful tool to start gaining viral coverage of your video, to start getting more traffic to your video from Facebook and Twitter and those things. So let's go ahead and show you how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and click on social lock. Now there's two ways to use this. I'm going to show you each one here separately. The first way to use this is to share the URL. So this will actually share the web page that your video is on. So for example, if your web page is on yourdomain.com/new video, if that's where the video is located, that's the URL that you want to put here. And then you simply check off what you want them to have to share with. Let's just use Facebook and select the start time. We'll start at 46 seconds because that's where we are in the video right now. And we'll click update. And as you can see, it did add that social share lock here, and you can see the little picture here to denote that is the social share lock. And let's show you how that looks.
Text gardens, property, and
mute this. And once we get to that point, you're going to see this great little button. And if I click on that, it's going to ask me to share. Now, obviously, it'll show your domain here. This is the URL that you put in the settings. Once you click on post to Facebook, it will let you continue with the video. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other way to use this. I'm going to go double click on this and go back to the settings. Now, the other way to do this is actually use this lock and share video, not the URL, inside of Facebook. This is fantastic if you want to actually put your video on your group or on your profile or on your business page, and that will put the vooPlayer video right inside of Facebook. And then people will have to share it from inside of Facebook in order to continue watching it. So it's really an absolutely fantastic tool to get more traffic to your video. Now, a great way to use this is to actually put an overlay after the lock, so that you're forcing people to share the video, and once they watch it, now imagine they're still in Facebook. Once they're watching your video inside of Facebook, there is an overlay with, say, a link to your website, a link to an offer, or you can even put a subscription form in there as well, so that you're actually getting more traffic and more subscribers from your videos that are being shared and watched on Facebook. Very powerful stuff. And you just use that. You just click on this link. It'll gray out this option up here and put in the vooPlayer link. So you don't need to do anything with that at all. And then once you click update, I'll show you what URL you're supposed to share on Facebook. I click publish, and then this would be the URL that you put on Facebook. And that is pretty much it for the timeline features. I didn't want to take too long going through that. I just kind of wanted to show an overview of them. There's a lot you can do with those features. Those features are really aimed to get more clicks to your offer pages, to get more subscribers, to get more traffic from viral traffic from social media. So make sure you are using at least one of those options in every video that you put online. They're the most powerful features of vooPlayer, and we are continuing to add to them as we go and as we get more feature requests from our users. Any questions on that? Let us know. Thanks.